Okay, so repeat after me. Rise, rise.
Rise.
Constantly, constantly.
Constantly.
So to rise, it means to move up. For example, this book is rising into the air, or the sun rises every day early. And constantly, it means all the time or very often. So what's my book doing? What's my book doing? Your book is rising.
Your book is rising.
In the air.
In the air. In the air.
Does the sun rise early in winter? Does the sun rise early in winter? No, the sun doesn't.
No, the sun doesn't rise early
in winter.
It rises late.
It not rise, it rises late.
It rises late.
Is the cost of living constantly rising these days? Is the cost of living constantly rising these days? Yes, no?
Yes, the cost of living constantly rising these days. Is constantly rising these days.
What do you do if this table slowly began to rise into the air without anybody touching it? What do you do if this table slowly began to rise into the air without anybody touching it? If this table slowly began
to
rise into the air
without anybody
touching it,
I
for example, run out of the room.
I'd run out of the room.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so repeat. Belt, belt.
Belt.
Mm-hmm. So this is a belt. Mm-hmm. So are you wearing a belt? Are you wearing a belt? Yes, no?
I'm not wearing a belt.
Mm-hmm. Hourly, hourly.
Hourly.
Daily, daily.
Daily.
Weekly, weekly.
Weekly.
Monthly, monthly.
Monthly.
And yearly, yearly.
Yearly.
So the words hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly mean every hour, every day, every week, every month, and every year. So what do the words hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly mean? What do the words hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly mean? The words hourly,
daily, weekly, monthly,
and yearly
mean
every hour,
every hour,
every day,
every
week, every month,
and every
year. So do most radio stations have hourly traffic news? Do most radio stations have hourly traffic news? Yes, most.
Yes, most radio stations have
hourly
traffic news.
Which daily newspapers do you read? Which daily newspaper do you read? I read Kyiv Post.
Kyiv Post.
Every week.
Every week.
Do you read any weekly newspapers? Do you read any weekly newspapers? Yes, no?
I don't read any weekly newspapers.
Do you read? How many hours of English do you study monthly? How many hours of English do you study monthly? I study
8 hours
of English
monthly.
Where do you usually go for your yearly holiday? Where do you usually go for your yearly holidays? I usually go
to my granny's house.
Granny's
house for my
yearly holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so repeat it to me. Allow. Let. And every day.
Every day.
So the verbs allow and let have the same meaning. So if I don't allow you to smoke, it means that you can't smoke here. And let, it means the same as allow. And every day, it means the actions that we do generally, each day. So the difference is that allow has the infinitive with to after it, whereas let has the infinitive without to after it. For example, we can say the policeman allowed the man to go home, or the policeman let the man to go home. In everyday English, let is more common than allow. So what's the difference between allow and let? What's the difference between allow and let? The difference between
allowed and let,
not allowed, allow and let.
Allow and let is that we use allow with,
has the infinitive with to,
has the infinitive with to
after it, whereas let
has no
has the infinitive without
to
after it. So give me your example, please.
Okay.
Or you may repeat after me. The doctor allowed me to change my appointment.
The doctor allowed me to change my appointment.
Or the doctor let me change my appointment.
The doctor let me change my
appointment. What sometimes happens when we let people borrow things that belong to us? What sometimes happens when we let people borrow things that belong to us? When we let people
borrow
things that belong to us, they sometimes don't return them. Do you think it's a good idea to allow children to do as they please? Do you think it's a good idea to allow children to do as they please, as they want to?
No, I don't think it's a good idea to allow children to do as they please.
Do you think it's dangerous these days to let people we don't know enter our houses? Do you think it's dangerous these days to let people we don't know enter our houses? Yes, no?
Yes, I think it's dangerous these days to let people we don't know
enter
our houses.
Do you think more people would kill each other if the law of the country let them? Do you think more people would kill each other if the law of the country let them? Yes, no?
Yes, I think
more
people
would kill each other
if the law of the country
lets them. Another difference between allow and let is that we cannot use let in the passive voice. We cannot say I was let, we must say I was allowed. Which is it right to say? I was let or I was allowed? Which is it right to say? I was let or I was allowed? It's right to say
I was allowed.
Why? Because we cannot use let in the passive voice. Do you think students should be allowed to use their mobile phones during the lessons? Do you think students should be allowed to use their mobile phones during the lessons? Yes, no?
Yes, I think students should be allowed to use their mobile phones during lessons.
Okay.